Hi and welcome to David Tom Creations channel. This week I have been playing about with the Synthmaster Player that I got from Plugin Boutique. This is by KV331 Audio, and it is kind of like the intro version for Synthmaster. They do kind of a full-on version. Now, when it says player, it's a bit deceiving. So basically, it has Synthmaster Player is a simplified version of Synthmaster with limited editing capabilities. It is targeted towards users who prefer to use presets rather than designing their own sounds. This paid version comes with 1700 factory presets. Users can edit the 12 easy parameters or bypass states of layer global effects assigned for each preset by the sound designer. So there are some controls you can change, but not as much as the full version. So the full version is 30 quid. Well, it's up. You can upgrade from the player for the full version, and you can see you can go in and tweak all of the usual kind of parameters, LFOs. So like I said, that is the kind of the player version, and it was $3.95 or $5.59 or €4.59. So yeah, so it's probably the cheapest thing on Plugin Boutique, and they are running their buy and get free. So I got Fat Channel XT, which I mentioned in my last video, that was this month's Plugin Boutique freebie, and it looked quite good, so I thought, well, I will buy something to try that out, and it's okay. I mean, there's not a lot to it, as it turns out, and I think they kind of given it away so that they wanted you to buy some of the more add-ons, I think. So yeah, so we're going to have a look at both of those today in Logic, like I said, and I'll let you see what Synthmaster and Fat Channel XT are all about. So let's crack on. Right, so here we are with the Synthmaster plugin, and it was a bit of a faff, I have to say, to get working with Logic. For some reason, the AU plugin doesn't come up in the manager, in the plugin manager. So what you have to do, as it took a wee while to figure out how to get around it, so what you have to do is you have to actually delete your audio cache from your kind of users audio folder, and then restart your Mac, and then open Logic, and it will actually reload all of your audio units, which for me was 91, so that took a while, and then it does actually eventually load Synthmaster, so bit of a pain, took a lot longer than it should have, because the actual download and install part of the software is okay, and then you also have to, as Logic is kind of, going through its kind of thing, there's a window that pops up and you have to put in your registration number and email and everything for Synthmaster as well. So yeah, so it wasn't, I mean, honestly, sometimes it's a real pain in the arse. So it's pretty simple. Basically, there are 8 controls, and they will change depending on the preset. You've got 2 layers of effects, so you've got distortion, lo-fi, envelopes and phasers, EQ, and then you've got various buses, and also so you've got bus 1, bus 2, and then you've got compressors, delay, chorus, tremolo and reverb, and then you've got a master volume and a tone, and then you've got these 2 XY pads that you can move about as well. So I'm using my LX25 today, and not the M32. So I've mapped these really quickly using the learn function to my 8 controls on the the LX25, so that was fairly painless. Yeah, so and you can see there's you can filter. It's a bit like Native Instruments actually. You can filter, so you got instrument type, music style, author, and then banks. So the good thing is it's actually really easy to add favorites, which in Hybrid 3 I still haven't figured out a way of adding favorites without actually saving it as a new preset. And you can just go up here and you can click and you've got my favorites. So these are some of the ones I have done already, and there's also a template as well for starting off with various things. And there's obviously an init preset as well, and load random. So that's quite good. Plus you can save as your own presets. So yeah, I said I've done a couple there just to see how it worked. And we've got one there, French horn, and all I've done is move the well, I think I've maybe I've added in reverb time and envelope release and maybe phaser as well, can't remember. So yeah, so I thought I'd just try that. So I haven't really had time to create some more ones anyway. So and you can just click on favorites here, and then so it's kind of running alphabetically. So, and like I said, an instrument type. So you've got arpeggiated, bass, bells, brass, chords, drums, effects, flute, guitar, keys, lead, organ, pad, percussion, piano, pluck, reed, where are we? Reed, rhythm, sequence, sequence, strings, synth, and vocal. And so you can see that if you click on this one, it is a rhythm by Kevin Schroeder. Yeah, KS. So some of the guys have got their initials on the end. So like I said, you can, if you like kind of his stuff, you can click on his name and it'll show up always his preset. So there's quite a lot, as you can see, there's quite a lot of guys that have been involved in this. So that is, and like I said, there's 1700. So, you know, I have gone through this pretty quickly just to try and get some sort of overview. A lot of them are Arps and pads, and yeah, there's some pretty good Arp stuff. So yeah, so it is really kind of aimed at sort of EDM style music. Like I said, there's not much in the way of strings. I mean, the strings are awful, and so's the organs and a lot of the guitars. It's just, you know, it really is a lot more kind of synth, you know, classic kind of synth stuff that you want to be using this for. A bit like Hybrid 3. So, I mean, using this and Hybrid 3 would be pretty good. So I'll go through these pretty quickly because I don't really want this to go on a bit. But I'll show you kind of basically how easy it is to tweak the presets, even though you've got quite limited controls. So so what's this? Is acrobatics. So if you use the mod wheel, the mod wheel is very effective on a lot of these and does change it quite dramatically. Let's just... So let's say you can muck about with these, or you can add in a few more. Let's just... So yeah, and then you can either, the good thing is that you don't have to double click these. If you just use your keyboard and cycle through, or you can use these arrows, but I find using the keyboard, or you can just click on them, but I find using the keyboard, and that's it. You don't have to double click. The minute you select it, it's working. So this is quite nice. I've used this as one on the track. this matrix code. And let's try release time. Not really doing much. So this is sweet chords, so I've used this one as well. This is quite nice. Yeah, like that. So like I said, if you kind of muck about with it, and then you can just go to save as and just rename that patch, and like I said, it comes up in this list. So it's pretty cool. Like I said, like I said, there is quite a lot of good arps. So yeah, a bit wacky. Dubstep. So yeah, so you can get the drive going on this even. Quite cool. Bass, there's some quite nice bass. Yeah. Yeah, warp drive. And this is the original. So this is the original French horn. Sounds a bit like Close Encounters. Right, so that's the original, and then you can see what did I did a bit of, yeah, so let's go back. So it kind of makes it a bit more Blade Runner. Yeah, so quite like that. Right, this is a great kick. So I've used that. And if you actually adjust the reverb and you get this great. If you were doing cinematic kind of like a cannon or something. Quite cool. Right, what are we on? This is some effects. So falling effects. And honky boom, which I quite like as well. So if we ramp up the reverb and echo, and see the release time. Quite like that. Oh, this is brilliant. I mean, I know you're not going to use it very much, but it's actually pretty cool. If we use a mod wheel, that is quite fucking loud as well. There we go. Right, Moog Mark 1. You get some quite nice grainy sounding analog. I do like that one's pretty good. Moog Mark 3. Taken, I like this one. Let's go down to some of this pads are quite nice. Not maybe as good as hybrids, but quite cool. I said this would be pretty good for cinematic stuff. Let's What's this rubber melody? That's quite nice. Yeah, I might use that one. Cybos. Just wrap that down a bit. Let's try mucking about with the filter. Gory drums. So yeah, so that is a very quick run through of some, but like I said, there are 1700 presets. You've got those 8 controls and another 10 layer effects, 5 layer effects, 5 global effects, and how many is that? 2, 4, 6 layer effect sends. So like I said, plus you've also got a velocity curve as well here. You can change the velocity curve, and there's other, so you can go through and actually change the engine buffer to large for presets. Preset quality, you can go from good to whatever. Preset skin doesn't work for some reason. I think that's for the full version. Preset scale and global engine buffer is on large. So yeah, so you can go in and change a few of these. And like I said, you can just skip through the so we've got factory presets, and you can just skip through all those. Yeah, I have done this 8-bar loop track, and we will just have a wee play and see what there are. So this is sweet chords, and there's a bit of mod wheel there. So I've just duped that sweet chords track. Whoa, 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 and the bass. And action kick. and the French horn. Right. So yeah, so you get the idea. It's not bad. For £4, it's quite good fun. And so yeah, so that is Synthmaster, and then I have put that channel XT on the stereo out. So this is your kind of freebie, and basically there's 4 bits to it. There's yeah, and you can switch them off and on there, and you can also solo these like that, so you can have them all there. You just click that and then you get them all there. So you've got equalizer, so you can pick between 3 equalizers. There's the kind of standard, there's passive and vintage. The gate doesn't have any, there's just one gate, and then the compressor has 3 as well, so you've got standard, tube and FET. So I think we're using the FET one, was it? Yeah, and then you've got limiter, and you can switch them off and on there, so you can just leave them all in a rack. And then you can just muck about with these the high pass filters, and let's have a look. Which one were we on? Yeah, go back to standard. So yeah, so you can see I've kind of mucked about with the low and the high frequencies. So but yeah, let's just play that again. You probably want you probably won't hear much difference unless you're using headphones. So yeah, and there's also some presets up here for each individual unit, which I haven't really used, and that's about it. You can save your own presets. So yeah, it's fairly straightforward. So I've also put on, just to let you hear the difference, so I've put on Ozone as well on the master track and run this, so you can hear the difference. So yeah, so I think I'm going to leave the fat channel one on. Right, so like I said, that is free until the end of June with anything on Plugin Boutique. Like I said, it's not bad. I mean, I wouldn't have paid £50 for it, that's for sure. But hey ho. So like I said, Synthmaster is pretty much the cheapest thing on Plugin Boutique at the moment, and like I said, it's quite good fun. Like I said, there's way too much for me to go through, but it gives you an idea what I mean. Like I said, if you're into any sort of electronic dance music, then like I said, it's pretty good, and it would work well with Hybrid 3. The two of them would be pretty good. So yeah, so I quite like it. Some of the pads are nice, and quite a few of the Arps. So yeah, anyway, that is it for this week, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you are enjoying these videos, and hopefully this has not gone on too long, but it looks like it may have. And thanks for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye for now.